We don't know our courts. We don't know how law works. We don't know the hierarchy of law. And that's the problem. Because we walk into our Belgian courts and they go, no. Belgium has its own statutes, codes, ordinances. This is what we go by. And if you bring up higher laws, they kind of laugh at you, right? Because they're inferior courts. Inferior courts can only deal with inferior rules. That makes sense? Inferior courts can only deal with inferior rules. They don't have any authority to go into higher laws. They just don't. Mankind, men and women, we get our authority from God, the highest of all courts. God will be the judge. That's where we gain our authority. That's why the people have more authority than these judges in these lower courts. The problem with that is you don't know how to impose your order and God's judgment upon the lower court and upon the judge. You can learn how to hold them accountable and responsible and show that they don't have authority to rule over man. You are the highest law, not them, not the brutal police officers. Okay? They are not the highest law. They think they are. They're following others. They call this law. When in fact, higher courts of authority that have been put in place by the people through proper contracts, those courts say rules, codes, statutes, and ordinances are not law. It's corporate bylaws. That's what those things are. These things are corporate bylaws and fall under their corporate charter. And what happens if a corporation doesn't operate under their corporate charter and they go outside their rules? What happens to them? You can collapse. Do you know you can collapse a corporate charter with a writ of quo warranto? A writ of quo warranto. Warrant. It's one of your writs of right. What's a writ of right? Something the people have the right to do is a writ of right. When we write it down, it's a writ. When we place the appropriate tax on it, create a contract out of it, they have to abide by it. And we have various writs. What are they? A writ of habeas corpus. That's one. The right of habeas corpus shall not be abolished in any nation. We have the writs of quo warranto. There's all kinds of other writs. I suggest you buy a book on writs and learn about them and how important they are. And keep into mind that a court is a bank and a bank is a post office. That's what you're going up against, a court, a bank, and a post office. And those courts determine a state. They're one of the branches of, or separation of powers of a state.